Hello, 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 everyone. Hope you are doing well tonight. Let me just get this all set. I am getting a weird thing about... Hopefully, YouTube streaming is okay. Hold on. Let me know, people, if there's issues with the stream bitrate, and I will try and fix it. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. Hi Nozzle, hi Levy, hope you're doing well. Most surprising deck day 3, who knows I was home by then? Hi everyone! Had to get in a quick stream today because I'm going to Gen Con tomorrow because I have no chill when it comes to card games, apparently. But yeah, I was, this deck completely, I actually lost to it in day 2 as well, which was really fun. This wasn't the player that I lost to be fair, but it was a very, very similar deck. Very cool. It plays like a whole bunch of one-drop space units, as well as some higher stuff, just trying to kind of protect as much damage as possible. I don't know if he was playing Never Tell Me the Odds in the old one, but Swoop Down, Jam Communications, just really interesting, really fast space deck. And we're gonna run a few games with it while I talk about Galactics and stuff. Dude, chill, lol. Alright, looks like we get Talls in first. We got some ones, but not much else. I do think this is a deck where you can more aggressively mulligan, because there just isn't, there's just a ton of first turn plays. So you can kind of be a lot more liberal with your mulligans. Oh, or not. We'll try that again. Why is this being so weird? Looks like a cheap deck might actually be able to build this one. Yeah, there isn't. I mean, it's got Falcons in it. That's the biggest problem with that for that aspect. I'm gonna mulligan this. I'm gonna resource this and a Botchic probably. I guess this is our turn 2 play right now. Let's resource the Poe. Yeah, no, there isn't much expensive other than, like, specifically the piece of junks. Everything else is super cheap. The deck is pretty good, too. I was really surprised. Which Falcon? I mean, it plays 3 of both. At least this version did, to be fair. Doesn't mean that all of them will. I'm gonna put the other Poe down. And then we will Han effect. Get our attack in for 3. I'm okay with them trading. We can just immediately play this. We still have Botchic this turn too. You only own 1 piece of junk? I mean, you could play the deck without it. It's just clearly not optimal, right? It's really annoying, the way this ended up, but I guess we can live with it. Synchronous Shuttle is going to be really good here, unless they start crashing things. I do think we out-tempo them, though. Okay, interesting. Well, if they're going to go that route... How much is this again? 2, so we could go... Synchronous plus Quartel. We flip on 5 and they flip on 6. It's kind of going to be our advantage. So we're just going to try and out-tempo them, I think. That's a little annoying. What did they do there? They daring raided us? That's annoying. Well, we can on effect, done, but we don't get the extra damage because that was a 1 cost. Let's get rid of the Swoop Down. I don't think we'll need it at this point. Every Han 1 deck I've done has been suboptimal. Still fun to play, usually 150-50. That's fair. What did they do? They took out something here. I kind of want to clear that droid missile platform, but I don't have a good way to do it. This is 2. +2, +3. We could do this. I think I'm gonna do this. We're gonna Han Solo pilot, trigger our attack, and take this out. And then we'll put the indirect on the base. Incoming another one, that's fine. We are putting a lot of damage down, unfortunately. The fact that they're on a data vault might actually be bad for us here. So let's see. We untap resources equal to the number we have. So we have 1, 2, 3 right now. We can do this. Is 4. This is 5. Deploy as a pilot here. Untaps 5 resources. How much do I care about Boba Fett coming on online right now? We can't really stop it. We're not going to trigger that. We're going to put a Plo Koon down instead. We might be too far behind here, but we're at least going to give it a shot. Hi, Liam. Yeah, I'm back for 1 day, unfortunately, so I wanted to make sure I got a stream tonight. Ooh, Obi's actually probably going to wreck us here. Put the damage there. I guess we do need to trade here. We're kind of in a bad spot now. Honestly, don't know if we can do this anymore. Lunch card junkie. I mean, you're not wrong. That is completely accurate. Oh man, what are we doing here? I don't think there's a way for us to win. This Boba's gonna flip and wreck us now. I think I was too greedy with my Han flip last turn. I should have focused more on just kind of clearing the way. Because I don't think there's any way to do it anymore. Yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Alright. Queue up another one. Using a card to cut lines of ground up hyperfoils to snort? Liam, come on. I'm a classy person, okay? I mean, I'm never saying I never did that, but... Oh, 3PO is broken in this deck, by the way. I'm about to show you why. Ooh, I kind of want this. Stump the Plo Koon. But yeah, I've got, so you won't see... Okay, 3 was on top. So the fact that we can do this without even attacking means 3PO always hits. Which is insane. Just ground up serialized prestiges, then I get it. Classy people can still have nose paper cuts. I'm starting to wonder what kind of person y'all think I am here. Let's see. Discard 3 cards, deal 3. I don't know if I like this card. This card seems bad. I think we're going to play... Well, let's do this. We can grab another card. And then I think we throw down the Falcon. Because next turn, if we want to, we could always play 2. Maybe I'm establishing too much. They're kind of going for the throat here. Classy in quotation marks. That fits me. I'll give you that. Let's see. The good news is we do have this, which is pretty good for us. That's fine. I guess we Han Solo next. So we've got a 3 on top. Actually, let's trade this off. Because if we do this, then we can Tarkin Town afterwards. And get rid of this tech. Which I think sets us up in a pretty good spot here. It is crazy just like how much advantage that first turn 3PO in this deck is just wild. But yeah, I do want to say it was awesome. I met some of you at the Galactics and that was really fun. They're going up to 6. Actually, hold on a second. We can make a really big Han here, but we should do this first. We got a 1. That's a little annoying. That's fine though. Yeah, the Galactics was super, super fun. I had a great time. Honestly, I kind of want to draw a card here. I'm gonna trigger to draw a card. Ooh, Gem Communications is pretty good. Hey, take the U-Wing out, win the game. That just ended the game, like, instantly. That's so funny. So we'll play Turncoat, and then we'll flip Han. Which is gonna untap all our energy again. How did no one see this deck before? This deck is so freaking good. We'll pass. Did you also wait in the 3-day, 3-wall prize line like I did? Not going outside to play cards unless I win 3.5 life dollars? Oh, geez. So I did most of my prize wall stuff. So the way my tournament went, I'll just kind of go through the whole spiel. Day 1, I went 6-1, which qualified me for day 2. So I didn't have to do any prize wall stuff there. And then let me just finish this guy off. U-Wing's not gonna matter. So I did that, and then we got a whole bunch of points that night for qualifying. There we go. And then day 2, I went 2-2, or 2-2, 4-4. And I'll have a much more detailed version of that. I'm gonna do like a whole deck profile, kind of just called like tournament report. But it won't come till next week, because like I said, I'll be at Gen Con all the rest of this week, so I won't have time to really make videos, unfortunately. But I'm planning a whole bunch of stuff for next week. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have some cool showing stuff of what else there was to do there, because there was actually a lot to do. And at the end of that second day, I basically had to stay till the end, because I had to stay for all 8 rounds. We can keep this. And that means that at the end, when I got my prizing, there was no line for the prize wall. So I went over and got all my prizing on that day. 3. So I actually didn't have to wait in too much lines. That being said, I'm going to do a whole video on like the good and bad parts about the Galactic, because there was a lot of really good stuff. The main tournament was run really well, and I had a really great time doing all that. The side events were a little wonky. There was some obvious problems that some people have talked about already, to be fair. But I think overall it was like a really, really good event, and really, really well done. I was really impressed. Especially coming from, like, Bandai and Konami events. Oh, nice. We already won. Because, man, does Konami not care at all when they run events. Like, it's pretty wild. And Bandai has so many things going on at their events that it's really hard for them to kind of improve anything. And the, at least, like, they're trying, you know what I mean? I have a 3PO. I think you just keep any hand with 3PO in it, honestly. We'll do that. Levy says, I spent 4 hours on Sunday grinding up tickets for both Luke and Vader just for them to run out while I was in line. That sucks, Levy. I'm sorry about that. Did you play in the main on day 1? like I said, I do think there's some things they could do in the future. I think they should be limiting the number of certain prizes. Like, I think that everyone should have gotten, like, a maximum of 2 sets of showcases. I also... There is a lot of other things they could do, too. A lot of little things that kind of add up. And I don't know. It comes down, too, to the aspect of, like... So this is gonna sound weird, but... Does every person that go, I did and it was awful? Does everyone... This is going to sound really bad, Levy, and you're probably going to hate me for saying this, and I completely understand it if you do. But does everyone who goes to an event, should everyone get a Luke Invader? Now, I would argue that for some of the stuff, sure. And I think they did have enough for everyone. They just didn't do a good job. Now, I do want to ask, Levy, were you actually playing the events, or were you, what is it called? Or were you, like, going up and then just scooping in with some friends, getting the points and coming back? Because I know a lot of people were doing that. And I'm really on the fence on that, whether that should be allowed or not. Because on one hand, like, I get that, like, people really want to get their things that are worth money and stuff like that. And I understand, like, that people want that. But at the same time, part of me is like... Oh, I definitely misplayed there. I should have, done this first. I definitely think that... I don't know. I know one of the dudes to play with did the extra grind. So I think that if they're going to allow that, they need to take it into account more, I think is the way to, like, say that. Like, if you're going to allow that, you need to prepare for it, I guess is the way to put it. And if you're not going to allow it, that's fine, but you need to stop people from doing it. We had a system where I actually played the first round. Winner got 500 tickets, loser got 400. Took away the risk of only winning 200 tickets if you win 03. See, and it's like... Everyone was taking advantage of the system, I guess is the way to put it. So I don't like... I think it's a little annoying that... People are annoyed that taking advantage of the system and then they didn't get what they want because, like, when they were already taking advantage of it, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I will have a whole video. It's always hard to get my thoughts, like, completely together while I'm playing and streaming and stuff. I'm going to make a whole video kind of talking about what they can do in the future to kind of help with that. Because when it comes down to it, I mean, they didn't run out of the showcases until day 3. So, like, people had time to get stuff. To be honest, I wanted to play it out. Honestly, I went by myself. I didn't have friends, so I was pressured into it. And see, and that's where I think is the biggest problem, Levy, is I don't like the fact that people weren't able to, like, play the side events. Because if I had it my way, like, people would have just played side events, and it would have been possible to do that. But it's a really hard thing to do if you're not specifically, like, punishing people for playing around it. You know what I mean? Oh, now I gotta do some math. So I gotta do 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I only have. I guess technically I have plenty of stuff left currently. Oh, I have 10. That's fine. We'll keep swinging. So yeah, I will have all my that kind of talk. We'll go into a video next week. I'm sure before that, a bunch of people will have a bunch of things to say about it online and stuff like that. But coming from other games, also I do think a lot of people that have kind of certain opinions. That's really annoying, actually. How did they do more damage there? Oh, they sneak attacked it in. Well, I think I lose now. I didn't see the sneak attack. Because I can do 6 here, but I can't do more than that. This is also a deck that actually takes some thought, so it's going to be hard to play while talking. Did I play against any of the Australian crew on day 2? Not that I'm aware of, Liam. Although I am very, very bad about, like, knowing people. And I did take down one of the KTOT guys, though. That was pretty cool. KTOD. Yeah, I said KTOT. So that was fun. We had a pretty good match. My day 2 matches were really, really weird. So obviously I built, for those of you that don't know, I played the Yoda Red deck that I streamed. I'm hungry. Hey, Lunch, hope you were able to get some rest after Galactics. Oh, I got a whole, like, day and a half before Gen Con. Getting more in the card bar. Those KTOD guys have a really bad rep. The one I played against was fine, was good. I had no problem with him. 3. Yeah, he was really chill even after I beat him. But that I have heard that before from a few people, which I mean sometimes that's just people that talk online, to be fair too. But yeah, so I don't really know. I'm not really gonna comment on that. Then says the 2 hours aware of were Scott Inferno 5, who was on Iden Data Vault, and Clint was on Sabini CL. I think Clint was at 8th at one point. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let me just fire this off. I'm gonna do this. And then we're gonna Tarkin Town this Battlefield Marine. So day 1, I played pretty much all meta decks for the most part, which is what I was planning on playing against. I was playing Yoda Red, and I'm really happy with the deck I chose too. I think it performed well. It was really, really unfortunate because day 2, I played against a bunch of weird stuff. My losses were to... Oh, was it? One of my losses was to this deck. One of my losses was to... Oh, what is it called? One of my losses was to Kazuda. And one of my losses was to a mirror match. So, like, I did not expect to be playing any Yoda Red mirrors, that's for sure. And, like, Kazuda, I mean, I expected it to be there a little bit, and it was close. And then this is obviously something I never expected to play against. And it was extra bad because I didn't have a turn 1 play for 2 of the games. So, like, it was really unfortunate draws as well in that one. So I was a little sad about that, not gonna lie. The fact that I didn't get through to day 3, even though I felt like the deck was strong enough. The good thing is, though, I actually felt like I played really well. I didn't really make any mistakes. I think I only caught myself making one misplay pretty much the whole tournament, which I feel really good about. For me especially, I feel better when I play well and I lose than if I play badly and still win. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play clean. And I think I did. Plus, it was really fun. I did some... Oh, what the heck? That's a Bright Hope. Well, I guess we could still do this. Doesn't this have Saboteur? Oh, it doesn't? Oh, whatever. We'll still swing in then. For some reason, I thought the Cartel Turncoat had Saboteur. Well, I guess we'll do this and grab a 1. And then I guess we'll just throw a Jam Communications. We don't really need it yet. We'll just do this. I guess I can swing this in for damage as well. Your stream game was great. I know, it was a really good game on stream. I'll for sure be doing another like play-by-play review when I go back in. Or when I get back. It's another video that's coming up for sure. I also had a lot of fun. 2 of my friends were there. It was my birthday while I was there too. That was really cool. So what do you have? 4 health left? I can't one-shot with Han. Part of me wants to jam this turn. Let's see what this is. Okay, so we got a Plo Koon on top. Honestly, I think we just fight through this. And then we flip Han after. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Liam. But yeah, I did a bunch of things with my friends. We went down to, did some of the strip, did a little gamboloni, I'll say, since we're on YouTube. I don't know what the rules are about that. But Son says, hi, congrats, thanks to your Galactic. Thank you. I did well. I wish I had done better, but that being said, I'm not upset about how I did either. My goal, if I hadn't day 2, I would have been upset with my performance. My goal was to get to day 3, and I think I came pretty close. All 4 of the games that I lost were extremely close, and against extremely weird decks. This is a 5, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. So yeah, overall it was fun. I'm super duper excited for next year. I have like 2 PQs coming up really quick here. One of them I think is sealed as well, which I really like the fact that they're doing sealed PQs. I think that's really fun and really interesting. There's that. Get my untap. Fortunately, I couldn't untap 5 for the Plo Koon, but that is okay because we can jam communications and take their Unity purpose. I knew that was coming next turn. We're gonna say no. No, thank you. Oh, there goes Poe. That's fine now. I'm gonna pass on this so I can play the Falcon. Actually, we might kind of lose this race any. Oh no, they only have 24 health base. We might be able to win this race anyways. We don't need 2 of those, that's for sure. Nimda's going to try and make it again next year. Liam, I will guarantee I am there for next year. I can guarantee it right now. Because they said that they were doing an LCQ the first day anyways, so even if I don't qualify, I'll 100% be there. Sean says those Kylos came out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm really surprised. Also, I'm really sad because the Yoda deck, like, there's no way you ever win to that Kylo deck. Or ever lose to the Kylo deck. The Yoda deck matchup against that is so crazy good. Do I drop a Plo Koon here? What am I doing? Okay, hold on. I gotta do some math real quick, guys. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage they have. We have 8 damage, 9 damage as well. I'm trying to decide whether it's better to the Plo Koon or the Falcon. I guess I'm not winning this turn, so we do Plo Koon. We'll take out one of the Clone Troopers just to reduce damage. Okay, but yeah, I was really surprised on that too. I expected the ECL Kylo to be like the one that did well, but it definitely wasn't. It was the aggro Kylo Red, which kind of makes sense too. It felt like red aggro, or space aggro, usually with red in it, was really, really strong just on the matchup table here. Part of me wanted to go like Vader yellow, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. If I had seen like something like this, I probably would have considered it. Lim says, honestly, it was super refreshing for the final match to be Kylo and Talzin. Field vindicated, saying Talzin is a meta since LOF dropped. So Talzin is, I think, a deck that's really going to depend on... Ooh, that's an interesting card to draw. It's just always going to depend a lot on matchups, right? Because if you're playing Talzin and do a like control meta, it's always going to be really terrible. Like, it's really hard for Talzin to beat the Yoda deck that I play, for example. But if you're playing against a bunch of other mid-rangey, aggro-y type stuff, it's really strong. Also, I don't know. I'm still on the fence even after this, whether Force Throw is an issue or not. Because I think we showed that Han 2 isn't broken, for sure. Like, for how many of them were in the tournament? There was tons of other stuff in Top Cut. So Han 2 is 100% beatable. However, it was a ton of red force. So I could see them touching Force Throw. We'll have to see what they end up deciding. Alright, let me see here. I think we're going to swoop down. We're going to send this and take out Rex. Just to keep them from doing anything too silly. Because 3, 4, 7, 8. Yeah, I was 1 short, right? Was I not 1 short? Did I just miss up game? 5, 8. No, I didn't. I still have it. Okay. Oh, they drew another one. Never mind, we lose, I think. Doing math in my head. Actually, might be good by an action. Hold on, let me do some math here. So we can hit for 5. 5. One action is 5 damage. We need to do 2 more. 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3 actions. As opposed to 1, 2, 3 actions. I think we're still there. I'm gonna do it this way, though. Because if we had drawn a Han pilot, we would have definitely won. I only caught the stream games, but I didn't feel like the card dominated coverage in any way. And when it did feature, it didn't seem like it was a win condition card. So it's a little weird because the big thing that makes... Oh, they traded. Never mind. We're good. We won. Right, because even... Oh, no, they have an 8. Oh, no, we lost by a damage. Dang. That sucks. We lost by exactly 1. Yeah, well. So the thing I've realized about Force Throw after playing this format a little more is the real broken thing about Force Throw is since there was so much draw injected into the game here, like, Force Throwing yourself to deal 9 damage to a leader after it flips is how you normally use Force Throw. Like, if you're playing correctly in the format. And I think that might be too good. I think the real problem is that they added Kiadi Mundi to the game. Like, Kiadi Mundi is so good. There were Talzin decks playing Kiadi Mundi for 6. Like, that is wild. So, we'll see. I'm not saying that it's for sure leaving or anything, especially the performance. I know a lot of times they don't like to ban things unless it's really obvious. But honestly, for my money, I think Kiadi might be the problem. As weird as that sounds. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do going forward. It'll depend a lot on, like, what the next set is, too. And obviously, there aren't any big tournaments for a while. It's just, like, PQs and stuff. Which, we'll have to see, like, what the performances and stuff are. I think do I just put Falcon down or do I put Wing 3PO down here? Let's see what's on top. Okay, a Y-Wing. That probably means we want to do the 3PO. Something else comes... Oh no, they're just gonna pass. That's fine with me. We got our draw engine going now, too. I think I want to play probably Daring Raid plus a Falcon this turn. Okay, so we definitely don't want that to stick around, so we are going to Tarkin Town it. Let's get rid of that thing before it becomes problematic. Then I'm going to Daring Raid this, and we're going to play a Falcon. And then we're going to do this, another one. Pretty sure we're going to win this just because 3PO keep drawing his cards. Honestly, actually, Plo Koon could be good if they put Grave Vader on the ground. I'm going to keep this. Liam says, Kiadi is sure something. I don't feel as if it was enough of a problem at the GC to do anything about it before Force Throws goes away its own rotation. Might change it, though. Yeah, I could see them just being like, you know what? We don't need to, one sec. It's a 1. Them being like, Force Throw's gonna rotate at this point, we just leave it. I could 100% see them doing that. It's just going to change how the format works a little bit. Which isn't even necessarily a bad thing, right? Like... I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what did I see on top of my... Wolfpack Escort is the 1. Okay. Hi, Edwin. Hope you're doing well. Just doing a quick little stream before I head out for Gen Con. Swing here. Call one. Reveal and draw. Let's play this. Not bouncing. Then we get to deploy as a pilot. Look at how crazy explosive this deck is. Like, it's pretty wild. How much you just get to vomit out on turn 5 with your flip. Like, I just got to play 10 resources worth of stuff. Like, how do you keep up with that? Especially in space like this. Edwin says, so jealous. Wish I could go back. Go back where? Go back to Galactic? Well, there's a TIE Phantom in space. I don't think I can kill that. Let's see here. Do I bother? I think I'd still kill it, though. Because this is, what, 5, 6 damage? So what we're going to do is we're going to send the Y-Wing into it, and then we're just going to kill it with a Han. Because, like, look, I don't have barely any damage on base. We're fine. Gen Con, haven't been there in years. Edwin, you should go. I mean, it's too late now, obviously, but it's so much fun. Oh, they have an OB. That's really annoying. They have 9 damage. So, what? They're going to kill the Falcon with Han and probably the Wolfpack Escort, I would assume. So, let's see. This is only going to do 6 damage, which isn't enough. But I think I still do it. The other option is we allow them to live for a turn. We attack with Plo Koon and we claim. Which is probably better, actually. Yeah, I like that play better, I think. So instead we're going to get this damage in. They're going to swing at the Phantom. And we'll claim. Because then I get to keep the Falcon Han combo. And that's fine. I'm only at 13. I'm up on damage. There's a Cassian down, too. Yeah, no, Gen Con is an absolute blast. I am playing four games, and I'm going to play Star Wars on Thursday, Friday, Dragon Ball on Saturday, and I'm trying out the new Gundam game on Sunday. Hi, Matthew. Matthew said, how'd I do at Galactic? So I went 6-1 on the first day, so I got through to qualify. And day 2, I went 4-4. Which was solid. Like, that's like the average I was hoping to do. I would have loved to have done better. Obviously, that's not always the case, but still had a great time. It was a really fun tournament. Also, I'm really proud of how I did day 1, too. Yeah, I guess we should still swing here. Oh, I should have looked first. Whatever. Oh, I have a Cassian. Are they dead? No, we're still short. They kind of have to claim here, though. I mean, I guess, what do they have that kills Plo Koon? They could put it back to my hand, but if they do that, they still have to deal with the Falcon. I think I'm pretty safe just to claim. What I ended up playing, I was on Yoda Red. And I will have a deck profile video going up probably next week. Just because I'll be gone still for the rest of this week. I've got like 4 or 5 videos planned all about Galactic and stuff like that. All planned for next week. Well, that's annoying. I guess I didn't think about the fact that if they killed that, Plo Koon isn't big anymore. I guess we should Sanctioner Shuttle then. Because then we can do this. And it takes a bunch of damage away. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. Let's just put Cassian on the ground. Because that gives us a one-shot kill with Plo Koon. If they have like a waylay here, we actually lose. Oh, that's another thing they could have. Actually, I think we're still good as long as this isn't a Plo Koon on top, right? Yeah. Because that means this is 4 and this is 1. Boop, 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 boop. I don't even remember what it was. Doesn't matter, because that's game. I probably played that last turn wrong, I'm going to be honest, but we got through. Played really well on stream, went back and watched the game a few times. Yeah, so it was funny, too, because obviously I'm in the zone while I'm up there, right? I'm not really thinking about it in my head. I'm just playing my game. But at the end of the day, one of the developers, I think it was actually, was like, oh, I saw you on stream, and I was really excited. And apparently on stream they gave me like the most exciting game of the day, which that was pretty cool. So I went and watched it like right away. Fun ones on stream. This guy just says that this was his buddy's deck, and I just said, nice LOL. I gotta play the fun ones on stream. Alright, so we got a 3 on top. He said I'm gonna destroy him. I mean, that is probably the case, just because Qui-Gon does not do well into aggro decks, so... What is that match of the day by lunchtcg? It was fun though. It was a good game too. I had a good time. That guy was really nervous. I felt a little bad while I was playing him. Game 1, you could tell he was like super nervous to be up on stream. And there I am like making jokes and like talking to the judges and stuff just because I've been up there so often. But that being said, it was a blast obviously. And I'm really glad I got on stream too. What is this? This is a hotshot blaster. That's fair. I think we're jam communications. Yeah, we're just gonna drop this and then drop 2 1-drops. I think we actually take the sneak attack. Well, the double, they can't double discard next turn. We'll take the sneak attack. And then we'll play 1-1 and we'll target down this Padawan. I guess I could have... Don't discard Force Throw? I didn't discard Force Throw. We are going to blow this up, though, and then we're going to just play these 2 out and pass. Well, 2 Daring Raid seems a bit much. Just logged in. How did I do overall? So the first day I went 6-1, which qualified me for day 2. And then day 2 I went 4-4, which... I wish I'd done a little better. I ran into a bunch of weird matchups, which kind of stunk. But that kind of is what it is, right? I did get to watch your match. Happy for you. Yeah, and actually, the coolest part of that was, after I got to talk with a few of the, like... the people that run the creator stuff, and they said they were going to email me, so hopefully I should get some creator stuff in the future, which would be super cool. We're going to do this. So I know they have Force Throw, so I want to keep a 1-drop. Looking back on the event, what are your thoughts with Yoda Red? I think Yoda Red was a really good choice. I wouldn't change what deck I played. I would love to not get, with piloting, trigger that. I would love to not get into the matchups I had to play on day 2. But, I mean, that's just kind of how it is with tournaments sometimes. I guess we'll throw this out now, so that they can't Force Throw me. Oh, wait, did they Force Throw there? Oh, they Force Through Qui-Gon. That's fine. Okay, so they have 2 left. I'll Han, reveal top. It wasn't even an even. So I guess we'll swing at this and draw a card. And then we will flip Han. Get our damage in, play 3PO, and we'll call 1 because most of our decks are 1. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother resourcing here. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, exactly, Moises. If I hadn't gotten through day 1, I think I would have been mad at myself. Because I know I'm, like, good enough to get past the day 1. But I knew day 2 was always going to be, like, hey, do we hit the right cards kind of thing? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. That's just kind of how the game goes. Kells has my day 2 matchups for every deck I didn't want to see. Yeah, I had to play a bunch of weird stuff. Like, I played Han, I played Kazuda, which is, like, a really weird thing to play against. I played against Sabine, which, like, I knew they were going to be there, but I figured it was, like, pretty possible I wouldn't have to play against any of them. Swing here. I guess we'll draw because we can. Also, this guy's just beyond cooked right now. Impressive day 1 results. Yeah, it was fun. I almost made the 6-0. I went 5-0 to start, and then I couldn't get to the 6-0. Oop, throw a GG out there. Oh, gosh darn it, why is it not letting me chat? Oh, it's like stuck over there. Ah, I don't want him to think I'm an asshole. There we go, GG. Hopefully the Ben is giving great exposure. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to get some, like, some card reveals or something. Like, that's what I really want. That's how you really get those numbers in. Because that's what people want to see. They just want to see the new cards. Yeah, it'd be cool. And they had, like, creators doing panels and, like, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm really excited. Honestly, I'm more excited about that than anything else. But yeah, Yoda was really, really good. I'm excited. That's what I'm going to be playing at Gen Con too. I'm excited to play it there as well, and it should be a good time. Let's see. Do we start? We're against Talzin, so Wolfpack isn't very good. Sanctioners would help us with the race, but Falcon helps us with other stuff. I'm going to do this. I'm play Turncoat plus Crackpot. Ooh, do I keep the Plo Koon? I think I'm going to get rid of the Plo Koon and just go all space here. But I like that the results of the day were like a good combination of what we expected plus new stuff. We're going to do this first. I'll swing with the crack shot. Because a lot of times, like, I always worry when, like, a big tournament comes around that it's just going to look exactly like what you think and it's not going to be as interesting. But this tournament was a very good mix of interesting and, like, what we expected. Which is fun. That's a good, like, that's a good indication of a healthy game. Also, like, with the exposure thing, I met so many people there who had heard of my channel, too. That was really fun. There was a couple regulars I met there, and then, some people I didn't even know that I've, like, never seen on stream before. And it was really fun to meet everybody. Glad I was watching. Meta was spread. Oh, yeah, it was very spread out. More spread out than I thought it was going to be fair. Kind of getting corner turned here a little bit, which I don't really like. Oh, they force lightninged. The turncoat, interesting. I think I'm gonna go this route. Hypothetically, we could have gone the other way. Well, I don't need 2 of these Falcons and just played out all 1-drops. But I think that, like, Talzin can kind of pick stuff off. So I think I like the idea of doing this better. Also, if they don't swing with the Inquisitor, I'm gonna swoop down on it, I think. Tell us if you haven't already about some of those juicy cards you'll be able to pick up. So, I will slightly disappoint in the fact that I've sold most of the ones I picked up already, the promos. I'm a person that definitely is more of a player than a collector. I did keep a couple, because there's some I went for just some fun Twin Suns decks and things. What do they do? Oh, they minus the Falcon. We're gonna drop a swoop down. I think I'm gonna do it with the Falcon too, because they're gonna try and kill that with the next action. We'll Han effect, reveal top. That's nice because we get an extra attack, and we will do a draw here. However, the promos looked insanely good. I was so happy with how they turned out. Honestly, we could probably just deploy here. because we have enough resources where, like, we can play everything in our hands. Everyone says, it was a fun introduction. Never been so new to game watching of a tournament of that size. Yeah, and it was so cool that we actually got to, like, be that big, too, because that's a pretty big deal. I'm really impressed that they actually pulled the full 2,000. I mean, essentially, it was, like, 1950 or 80 something. Like, it was basically 2,000 people. And, take that out. Did they not attack with Talzin? Really? They must have an OB coming. No, they're in red. Why wouldn't they attack with Talzin? That's so strange. Okay. But yeah, I was really, really impressed with how many people were there. The promos look insane. I'm happy I got my 3 Vaders. Try to get most of my black packs for silvers. Oh, really, Kells? That's surprising. The black packs were the hard ones to get. Yeah, no, the promos all looked crazy. They were so good. What does it say? I'm glad to see the health of the game is looking strong. 6 months ago is a very different story. Well, they hadn't even started any of the competitive stuff yet, though. That's the thing. That's what I kept telling everyone, like, that were looking at it, like, last December. I'm like, there's been no competitive. Like, you just gotta give them some time to get the game going, you know what I mean? Do I want to hit... So if I hit Anakin, that's 3 damage. Trucking Town doesn't kill. Honestly, I probably should have hit the Anakin with a 2-drop there. But it is what it is, just to clear it. Paul said I didn't want anything in them. I just opened 2 and traded the rest. Okay, well, that's fair. The most important thing is that you get what you want. The poor dude who got a game loss on stream for failing to de-sideboard his deck. I mean, what can you do, though? Like, that is just kind of is what it is. You gotta make sure and check. Oh, that's a lot of damage we got hit with all of a sudden. Do I have a way to not die here? I think I'm dead. I mean, we can do this, and then if they don't attack with Anakin next, we can hypothetically not die. Nope, we're dead. It's just... Well, we'll clear Anakin. That's what I get. I should have cleared the Anakin last turn. I don't know if we had enough damage anyways. We were kind of lacking on the damage front. We didn't draw any pilots there. Well, drew like only 1-drops, which to be fair, I think is a lot of times how this deck loses, is if it just draws its 1-drops, it doesn't necessarily have enough damage to actually finish people off. But yeah, the promos were really good. Sabine. Honestly, keeping Swoop Down and Daring Raid is probably worth it against Sabine specifically. So I'm gonna keep those. Ooh, there's a 3PO. That's really good for us. So there comes that. Alright, I'm going to swoop down then, because that clears out the Sabine. And then we're gonna Han, get a 2 here. And then part of me wants to keep the Tarkin Town. Oh, never mind. I already used it. I already used all my resources this turn. Okay, I don't need that many Daring Raids. Calm down, deck. Nozzle says, LOL Magic in his first year. People are just impatient as of now. Well, with so many games coming out, people want like they don't want their game to die right away, right? So it makes sense to me that they would be nervous about a game, especially from a non-main company too. Not like Bandai, Konami, or Wizards. You know what's funny is we can do this, call 5. And we can just double Daring Raid this Sabine, which is kind of funny. Actually, I'd rather double Daring Raid this. Get that thing out of here. Do I want to keep the jam communications? I mean, we're probably playing Han or Poe this turn anyways. It's definitely going to be more of a tradey, like, back and forth kind of game. I do want to make an announcement since we're in for a little bit. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you like this stuff and you want to support, feel free to subscribe to the channel in a monetary way or join the Patreon. So we got a 1 here. Means we might as well attack with a 3PO and call a 1. But yeah, overall, I actually think it was a very, very successful event. One of the most fun ones I've ever been to be honest. So this gets weird because Poe can defeat our Han. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to play a trigger, kill the Sabine. And I think we're just putting Han on the ground. He's not very good on the ground because he's only a 3/7, but in this specific circumstance, I think putting him in space would just get him defeated by Poe, so... I am curious, is anyone in chat actually going to Gen Con at all? Here's why I got ECL record and none of this matters, by the way. We could have just gone full space. That was probably, like, the more correct way to play this. Let's see, is there a way that... Because if they ECL wrecker us, they're going to hit us for 5. Puts us to 21. Which means we'd have to clear both units in order to not die. So I think we throw Poe down here now. And that just kind of makes it a little more awkward for them. But I think we're probably going to die. Yep, there's the obvious play. Okay, so they did it that way, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't think we can come back from that. This deck is not lined up to beat Sabine, by the way. It's going to be extremely difficult at any point. Because this deck cannot, like, clear units at all. And, so, yeah, it's just going to be hard. Because when you can't clear units, you can't beat Sabine. I am interested in people's opinion on the sealed, I don't know if they're sealed or draft, but the PQs, some of them going forward aren't going to be constructed, which I am super duper excited about because I absolutely love sealed and draft. But I'm interested to see what everyone else thinks about that. Kylo Green. So we're definitely want to keep in space, which is kind of what we have here. So let's keep this. I think I'm going to put Swoop and Han down, because then we have these two on 1 into a Sanctioner shuttle. And if that doesn't work out, we can always drop a Boschek here. 2 is probably unneeded. Kylo comes down, discard something else. We should Han effect here. Got another 1. Don't want to draw 2 because we have plenty of plays. Okay, they just went for a resupply, so we're gonna Boschek with piloting here. And then we'll play a Cartel turncoat. And yeah, we're just gonna keep in space. Everyone said, I think it's just gonna get confusing. Is this limited, unlimited, or unlimited, limited? Oh, geez. That hurt my brain a little bit. Lights Out says, I'm excited for it, but my concern is something like sealed for Swiss and the variants of the pools. I hope it's draft. Because it is true that sealed obviously always kind of has a little bit of that in it. But that being said, I do think it's a skill set. Like, even winning with less, less good pools. Do I want to play Han here? It's 2 extra damage. No, I think I'd rather just go wide. Play Wolfpack, swing with the turncoat, play the Falcon, pass turn. Don't need 2 of these. Liam says, limited is my second favorite format behind Twin Sun, so I like the idea. But I also have pretty bad pack luck. That said, I don't really plan to play competitively, so shrug. I like it. That's fair enough. I don't think anyone goes sealed for constructed, or rather competitive. Yeah, I think it's normally draft. And draft is a whole skill set. Even if you have like a less good pool. Also, usually, and I don't know if this is how they're going to do it, usually you redraft for top cut. Now, I don't know if that's what they're actually planning on doing, but I know for like big events, and Magic at the very least, the way you do a big sealed event is you do your sealed pool, and then you play your rounds, and then you do another sealed pool for top cut. Liam says, alrighty, gotta bounce. Time to play some Grounded 2. GG. GG, Liam. I'll see you next week. Let's see here. This is interesting. Oh, against Luke. I think I want to... Oh, I guess I must have already mulliganed. Whatever, we'll just do this. They don't need these two against Luke, that's for sure. This is probably a bad matchup, just because they have the extra pings and stuff added in. But we'll see. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I can already tell. We definitely won't need Ploku in this game, that's for sure. And we need to remember that Poe Dameron can't defeat the Luke upgrade. So what we're probably going to do here is trade the Wolfpack Escort into the black one. Yeah, see, I have to do it this way, unfortunately, because otherwise Luke just pings it off. Passes? Do I claim? That's probably bad, right? Yeah, we'll play the Falcon. He's going to get the damage, but I think that's okay. I get Blue Leader. That kind of stinks. I mean, I guess it's still a 1-for-1, so it's kind of fine. I really want to see 3PO, but I can't seem to find it. I might need to keep that TIE Gold Fighter just to actually draw cards with it. Edwin says, I think for most games I've seen it's draft 3 rounds with a single deck, so going 4 and 2 in draft pods, even if you get a bad draft, and go 1 and 2 is salvageable. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do... It's so hard to tell, right? Which direction they're going to go. I hope they at least do a second draft for Top Cut. I know, like, in the big events where you're playing, like, literally with, like, hundreds and hundreds of people, a lot of times... Oh, man. This is just too good to keep the Poe, unfortunately. A lot of times they'll do, yeah, multiple. So you'll play a certain number of rounds and you'll draft again and do it, like, again and again. I don't know. Do I just play right away? That seems like such a waste. Well, I need to look for 3PO no matter what, so... 1... And I'm gonna do my draw as well here. What did I reveal? A mining guild? Oh no, I drew, that's right. Well, this is just a free resource, so we'll play this. And then I guess we'll play... We deploy then? Let's drop a Tarkin Town, and we'll have Han... Oh, Han can't kill anything, can he? That's a little annoying. I think we might be losing this one. This is just such a hard matchup because their ships are slightly bigger. This deck's only really... Oh man, they just defeated Han. Yeah, we're dead. There's no way we win this anymore. We'll try, but that's probably a death now. That says, according to the pastimes event description, at least their PQ is sealed Swiss to a draft top cut. Yeah. So I hope that all the draft top cuts should be good. KCW is using sealed for Swiss, and top 8 cuts draft for the limited PQs anyways. Interesting. I mean, at the same time, it's just fun to have a different format too, right? Even if it's not necessarily like the format you want. Probably should have swung with the Guild Fighter there just to draw cards. Because they did attack with a... Yeah, they attacked with something. Can I get a 1? That's not a 1 at all. Yep, and this is where we lose, because we don't have a way to clear that. I mean, you know what? We should do it this way. It gives us an extra damage. And that's gonna blow up 3PO. We have 5 here. 8, of course it's 1 short. Right, it is 1 short. I'm not crazy. 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Always top cut if it's not constructed. I don't think I've ever seen a top 8 that wasn't at least giraffe. That's fair. Edwin says, do you play Union Arena at all? I do, Edwin, but it's very limited amounts. I've grown a little disenfranchised with that, that game. It's just, I don't know. It's something I play for fun. I have Hunter x Hunter decks, and I have Code Geass decks. And I'll play it with my friends sometimes, but I don't play it competitively. Just because I don't really like how the competitive aspect plays. I don't like the formats where you have to play all the same deck. And I'm not a big fan of kind of how they balance things. This has to be, yeah, non-leader. But it is a super fun game, don't get me wrong. It's just something I don't like to play competitively. Just curious how the block structure handles competitive. Does it have a block structure? Am I crazy? To be fair, I haven't played much competitive with it. I was under the impression you just play with whatever you want. They have like a banned list instead of a rotation. Oh, you know what? I think in Japan they have a block structure, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it stays like that for English. Oh my god, this hand just keeps getting worse. And I can't even do that either. Oh yeah, we're super dead. Sanctioner shuttle? So the thing about this on deck is if you play into any other space decks, you get wrecked. Because it really relies on your opponent not being able to answer all your space units. But Union Arena is like a super fun game to play low-key with your friends. Well, since decks all have to be the same franchise, it might as well be a block equated to other CCGs. That is true, but like they do like continual sets for different things too. Because like a couple sets have already gotten second, or a couple animes have already gotten second decks. Maybe I keep the Falcon and Han. Put the Poe down. I just realized we're against Hondo, which is a weird thing to be against. I guess we do this. I like this play. The cards are also very pretty, but it's very much like a Bandai game too. And the problem with Bandai games is I am madly in love with Dragon Ball Masters, and they all kind of can't compare to it. It's Dragon Ball Masters, the way that Bandai does their games. Dragon Ball Masters, you know what? I'm gonna kill this. I don't want it staying around here. Dragon Ball Masters is kind of the grandfather of all Bandai games. If you look in, like, if you know how to play Masters, they just like pick and choose different things they like from it, and they make their other games with it. Which is not a bad thing, mind you, because Masters is an amazing game. But sometimes it could make the other Bandai games hard to play because they're just simplified versions. I didn't realize I bought one Black Clover deck. That's cool. The game is pretty fun. It's just not when I play competitively. Let's put this away. Pretty sure we're just putting Han on the Falcon here and swinging in. What did they do last turn? Did they ramp? Yeah, they did. Han on the Falcon. Bam. There is Mr. Hondo. Swing in for 3, and we'll just play a fighter. Damn, they double ramped, didn't they? They went ham. Which, ironically, is probably bad for them. I guess if they have OB this turn, it gets a little sketchy. That's really the only thing I'm scared of. It says, apologize for drifting away from the circle. Oh, no, that's no problem at all. I post Union Arena content down here sometimes. And I like talking about other games. If people know anything about me, it's the fact that I will forever play every game in existence. So, talking about new games is always really, really fun. I'm excited for the Gundam one that's coming out. And for, I keep wanting to call it Legends of Runeterra because it's the Star Wars one, but that's not correct. Riftbound, that's what they're calling it. I'm excited for Riftbound as well. As a big League of Legends fan. So here's the question. Do we kill Cad Bane or do we just go straight to the face here? They have, what, 17 health left? I think I want to go to the face. I guess getting 2 things back is really useful. That's probably more worthwhile. Chicken Bach. I've been tinkering with Riftdown on Pixelborn. That's fair. Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited about Riftborn. Just the world. Oh, there comes the OB I was worried about. I'm very glad I cleared that whatchamacallit now. Oh, well, that's cool. They're actually gonna let me keep this? That's surprising. I think I play Cassian here first. Does Han include himself? I actually don't know. I guess it didn't matter. He does include himself. Okay, that's good to know. Get a draw out of it. That's kind of nice. Oh, Plo Koon's pretty interesting too, actually. I think 3PO doesn't help us anymore. I think we sanctioner the phase 3 unless they swing with it first. I guess we technically can't yet. But yeah, Riftbound looks fun. I'm a huge fan of the League of Legends universe too. I'm hoping I could get some sort of Riftbound merch at Gen Con. Because technically they're kind of sort of debuting it. At Gen Con in English. I know it's been like debuted in Chinese already. But I'm pretty excited. Also, like, Riot's really, really good at, they're really good at running competitive, like, environments. Darren Raid is interesting. I think I'm gonna play Boschik on the ground, and then I'm gonna play a Sanctioner Shuttle and grab this. And then technically these two actually kill the Hondo. Yeah, it still kills the Hondo, even with the experience. Hotshot Blaster comes out. We'll Sanctioner Shuttle, capture this to reduce damage. Guess if they have another Hotshot, we just kind of die, huh? Everyone's on aggro tonight. Yeah, I'm curious, has anyone else tinkered around with Riftborn at all? Ooh, we can... Wait, what happened to our... Oh, it was never tell me. I thought it was a swoop down. That's a Devastator. Well, never mind. So much for that win. We just got crushed. Because I don't have a way to deal with that. Absolutely devastated, you might say. Alright, that's game over. We don't need to wait. My favorite TCG that's been dead for years is the Mega Man TCG. That's pretty cool. I've never played the Mega Man TCG. I played... My favorite one that's gone is the Naruto TCG. I'm not gonna be allowed to play Riftbound. My E-Friend's husband. It's kind of a big deal at Riot. Solidarity for my girl. Wait, why wouldn't you be able to play Riftbound then if they work at Riot? Wouldn't you want to play Riftbound then? Let's play a whole bunch of little guys. I guess I could have played 3PO this turn. Ooh, red Krennic. That's interesting. I haven't seen a red Krennic before. Is this just like different, I didn't play anything turn 1. Is this just different Talzin? Is this Talzin but Healy instead of like minusy? What, he's like a 2/7, right? Yeah. He flips. Come on, power of the dark side me. I promise I won't care. Del Miko. That's not what I expected to see. Let's clear that. Also, why would you play Del Miko in a Force deck? That's so weird. Talzin Light? I guess. Playing weird stuff. This must be someone's fun deck. Shuttle's good. 3PO is probably the way we go this turn, unless they play something weird. One thing that is weird about this deck is you play so many 1-drops that a lot of times your Han doesn't hit. Which is kind of annoying. It's almost just here for like 3PO shenanigans. Also, I would love to play this deck and try it with You're My Only Hope. Even though you can't stack it like you do with, we got a 1-drop. I'm gonna send this into here and then kill it with Tarkentown. Even though you can't stack it like you can with Yoda, I actually think You're My Only Hope could be good in here. Let's dump the Daring Raid. Well, maybe we just dump the Shuttle. I don't think they're gonna play at 3 or less anymore. Because if they would, they probably would have played it this turn. They're split up but still married. Guess she got stocks in her name for being married to a partner, though. Haven't watched Arcane show. My loyalty to people is weird. I don't know, man. You're missing out. Arcane is amazing. I feel like you're missing out. Reveal the top card. Doesn't matter what we attack with, so we'll draw the 1. Seconded? Yeah, no, Arcane is fire. I am very excited to see what the next show of it is. No, I could rant for hours about Arcane, man. But yeah, the biggest thing I'm excited for with Riftbound, weirdly, isn't even necessarily the game. Like, the game looks fun and all. But I'm really, really looking forward to the fact that Riot just makes really good competitive scenes. So, like, I bet you the tournaments will be really fun. This Krennic is gonna be annoying. Did I just throw everything at face here? That's so much regen. Honestly, I think we bounce this to hand. So we can just replay it. Cosplay is gonna be fire too? Oh yeah, Riot and League cosplayers are really good. Okay, so deploy down here. Swing in, swing in. Let's replay this. Call 1, because that's the most likely thing. And I think we actually daring raid the assassin away. Yeah, well, man, I think we just play the Cassian, honestly. I really wish we had a Mining Guild TIE Fighter to draw some cards. But this 4 Restore is going to be a pain in my butt for the rest of the game. Although I guess we have Swoop Down now. We can kill the Krennic. That's probably worth it, too. It takes, what, only 4 damage away this turn? It's definitely worth it. We're gonna do that. Hopefully they don't insta-kill the Republic Y-Wing that has Han on it. That's fine. We'll drop a Swoop Down, kill the Krennic. Honestly, it might be worthwhile removing the 3... Oh, no, I guess it doesn't matter. I would say it's worthwhile removing the 3PO, but the fact that they can't be on Vader because they don't have green. They don't have a way to get an ambush. Oh, I guess they could be on that Vader. That's fair. Let's jam their communications. Ooh, do we take Force Lightning or Force Throw? Well, Force Throw doesn't do shit right now. We'll take Force Lightning. Oh, they didn't have a Force unit up till now. That's why they didn't use it. Swing in with all the things. Give me like a Han pilot. That would be really nice. We ask and we receive. Nelson says, I used to play League in 2010 when Soraka was the coolest period. I don't know, man. I played League in 2010. I don't remember Soraka being that cool. More like annoying. Just saw a new deck builder the other day. Gonna give me Gloomhaven vibes. Wonder if it's gonna be at Gen Con? Echoes of the Sundering. That's interesting. I do really like deck building games. And I haven't had a new one in a while. Echoes of the Sundering. I'll have to check that out, Edwin. Drop a Han. Oh, wait, no, that's not what... Actually, that is okay, because that can clear out the Restore. Originally, I was going to put that on Falcon, but I think I actually kind of like that play better, weirdly. Put Tal's Assassin in hand. That can't do that much right now. Echoes of the Sundering. Let me look that up real quick. Fantasy adventure game. Oh, it's on Kickstarter right now. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to see if there's a demo for it. This looks fun. Plays the assassin, that's fair. We'll swing in here. I think we just do pile up some damage. I mean, they can draw cards, but they're getting really close to dead. Well, that's a little annoying. 3 damage? Probably killing 3PO with that, right? Do I want this to? I do want this to. There's an argument for Wade claiming so that Han Solo can swing. Oh yeah, we definitely want Cassian in resource here. That might be our kill shot, depending what happens. Alright, swing in. Do we have game? And we do. Alright, everyone. I have to head out for tonight. I'm getting up super early tomorrow to head down for Gen Con. And I gotta get some sleep in. I hope to see some of you there. If you are, I'll probably be in the Star Wars area. Or if you throw a message in Discord, I'll take a look at it halfway through, see if we can meet up. Either way, I hope you all have a great week, and I'm super excited next week to make a whole bunch of videos and do a whole bunch of streaming for you after my wonderful Gen Con experience. Say good night to, let's see, Nozzle, Edwin, who else is still here? Liam's gone. Lights out. Kels, if you're still here. Hope everyone has a great night and a great weekend.